What's up, everybody? Hey, Crispy, Scott, how you doing? Yeah, it's not that hard to beat Satisfaction, Scott. It's really not. He he's probably still at work. He's probably still getting stuff done. So yeah, made the iced coffee. I just got home from work myself and got off at 3. So yeah, had to be quick. Had to be quick. I woke up this morning a little bit after the wife left for work, and then drifted off back to sleep. Yeah, and because I had a really bad headache, and I was hoping that with another 30, 40 minutes of sleep, I could get rid of that headache. And nope, nope, I didn't wake up till 8:30, 8:40, and was like, oh crap. I was supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock. So I slept in and ended up not clocking in until 9 o'clock. And so instead of getting off at 2, instead of my 8 to 2, I worked 9 to 3. So they won't gripe too much about that. But yeah, didn't get to drink a full cup or a cup and a half worth of coffee this morning. So when I got home, I was like, I need coffee. I need coffee. But yeah, so nobody else in here yet, huh? Nobody else in here yet. I do have a freaking hilarious story of something crazy that happened at work today. But I want to wait for a couple more people to hop in. I'm assuming my sound and audio is good. That y'all are good. Um, Scott, did you pick up one of these from Vosteed? Crispy, what about you? Did y'all pick up one of the Vosteed Mayhems, or now it is not the Mayhem, unfortunately. But yeah, so I don't know. Hey, there's Dopey. There's my man. Are you all settled in at the new place now? I hope you are. If you are, I have a few things to send your way here next week. So if you are at your new residence, if you are now a Roll Tide Alabama boy, then I have some stuff to. I have a housewarming gift package to send to you, sir. Um, but yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to record in the morning before it gets stupid hot. A video about this. I have a good bit to say about these and about the whole debacle. That I really don't know information. I don't need to know because it's none of my business to know exactly what happened. But I have some thoughts on it, some respectful thoughts, and yeah. So tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon, I should have my video up on this guy in all its good and not so great. Overall, I really like it. I really really like it. Um, but yeah, you're gonna have to watch the video to get all the juicy, nitpicky gripes and everything about this guy. So, um, another knife that dropped today is the truffles. So, and I kind of want y'all's opinion. I'm not gonna do it, but let me. It's Aurora Knife and Tool. He was a really cool guy that I met at Blade Show, and he showed off this knife called the Truffles, and I've kind of slightly promoted it a little bit here and there for him. However, here's my gripe. Because he's like quite a number of people trying to join in on the, I've designed a knife that I think will be awesome, that I absolutely love, and I think everybody else will love it. I want to get it in people's hands. I want to make a little bit of a name for myself, and because their hearts, their passions into it. But hey, here, hold on. Why won't it? I'll go through my email for it. But anyway, so they named the knife the Truffles, and he's got a lock mechanism that is slightly different than others that look similar to it, just by the way the engineering is in the design. Let me go to the pre-launch page. He is actually almost there on the backing, so I'm proud for him. I'm glad that enough people were willing to do this. Let me present, share screen. Yes. There we go. Oh wait, that's my email. Hold on. Present. Share screen. This one. There we go. All right. So that is the Truffles. He's having to do it as a Kickstarter. I'm assuming personal reasons, funding. Like not everybody has $20,000 to start up their own knife company right off the bat. Not everybody can do that, right? So I get it. I get the whole need for Kickstarters or pre-orders. I tend to favor pre-orders, and my experience mostly with doing pre-orders is through EMP-EDC. I did that on the Relative. Did I do that with the Thick Boy? I don't remember. I want to say that I just bought the Thick Boy straight from the site. But the Relative, I know I had to do the pre-order deal. And I was fine with that, knowing that everybody's had good luck with him doing the pre-orders, and it not taking over 6 months to get the knife when you do the pre-order. But I've never done a Kickstarter. Have any of y'all done a Kickstarter? And I'm the other thing is he's doing the Kickstarter for 30 days, right? And where is it? I saw it's in here somewhere. So you do the Kickstarter for 30 days. There's the inner bits diagram with he calls it the steel leg, and his fun name for the lock mechanism is the roundhouse. Going off of the whole Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. So it's really cool. Even if you're not interested in buying a knife, it's still I still recommend that you watch the full disassembly here, just to see how that lock mechanism works. It's really interesting. I like it quite a bit. But so for August 2nd, which really ends up being today, you can pledge $179 to getting one. Otherwise, after today, I believe it goes to $189. So $190. But here it is. Estimated delivery, March 2024. We just started August, and it's saying March, mid to late March is actually what he's estimating. That's almost 8 months. That's almost a full 8 months. I don't know about the idea, the mentality of giving my $180, $190 for nearly 8 months before it ships to me for just one knife. Like that's a lot of money for one knife to pledge with a Kickstarter. And I mean, for me at least, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but he's got 271 backers. He's got almost 53 $1,000 pledged out of 60,000 is his goal, which is probably what he needs in order to be able to place the order with the company that makes it. It's made by it's S35VN, 3.4-inch blade length. It's a modified Tonto blade shape, dual ground. Origin, it's coming out of China. It's not made by or underneath QSP, but I think it's coming from the same freaking warehouse. Is my educated guess on that from with my conversation to him about it. And the fact that he hung out and was at the in front of the QSP booth. Yeah. He wouldn't tell me that's who's making it or where exactly it's being made, but I'm pretty confident it is. So yeah, he calls it the roundhouse lock. So we're expecting truffles to be in your hands during or before March. That gives us 6 months after the conclusion of the campaign on September 2nd. That's actually more like 7 months, but nobody's counting. 4 months for production, 1 month of quality control, packaging and shipping, and then 1 month for unexpected delays. So, I mean, just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about doing that. I mean, I really like the knife. I'm kind of, somewhat just hoping on a whim that, that maybe, he'll get enough to back it. I mean, he should. He's, it's very, very close, and it's only been up for, 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours. So I'm sure he'll get enough. But I don't know. I'm hoping that he'll have extras, and that after he gets all the Kickstart orders shipped, he'll have another 30 to 50 of them that he'll just straight up sell, and I can just buy one then next March. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds right, but it's a shame. I think he should have done more along the lines of what KC did with Tempest knives, and how it was more successful for him to do a sub $100 knife pre-order deal like that he doesn't need a tremendous number of funds that he can partially fund for the initial order, to get enough of them in to sell them, and then take that revenue and put it towards the next knife that's a little more premium and a little more pricey. That's just me, and I like the idea of not having to wait more than 4 or 5 months to get the knife that I spent $120 to $300 on. I just feel better not having to wait over 5 months. That's just how I feel. But yeah. Oh, so now y'all are talking about the jet stream. Yeah. Yeah, see that is always because I met the guy and he seemed like a great guy and he has apparently has some kind of connection to QSP. Um I'm hoping I would hope that things would all go well, but you play that gamble, you never know. You never know. And that's also I don't know the details, the specifics with Kickstarters is if he didn't reach the required funding in order to place an order, or even if he did and he just ended up not placing the order and just ran with the money. I mean, there's no way of getting that money back, right? There's no way of getting refunded what you threw out. So I don't know what the legalities of that and the way that works. Hey Byron. So you were also tentative about Kickstarter, but okay, held to their terms agreements. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence as far as whether or not I want to throw that amount of money out there for something that I won't get until probably March of next year. Especially when I have another knife that I plan to purchase. And, well, I not only plan to purchase, I must have this. And that is the EMP EDC Pulse OTF. Their new OTF, the Pulse, is freaking awesome. I fell in love with that thing at Blade Show, and I've not forgotten about it. I keep thinking about it all the damn time. Um, so, and we're told September, so not much more than a month to go. A month or so to go. I don't know what time in September John's gonna drop that for us to purchase, but I'm excited for it. You're waiting on 4 pre-orders right now, Dopey? Holy shit, dude. That's a lot of freaking pre-orders. Are they below $150 a piece? Yeah, I know, honey. I don't know why. Whatever reason, only 9 people here. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. The missus is at work. So, but hey, Gonzo, how you doing? All right. So let's move on. One thing that happened that was exciting this week was, and there will be a video posted probably tomorrow as well. My youngest, Suburban, got to ride the motorcycle outside of the neighborhood for the first time. I took him to the open house at the school, at his elementary school, which is not very far. it's less than 2 miles down away from the house. But yeah, so he got to ride on the motorcycle outside the neighborhood, and I had, in order for him to do that, I had to buy him a helmet, an actual motorcycle helmet, DOT safety regs all approved, full approved helmet. So got the favorite colors is red and black, and there's a little bit of white or silver or whatever on it. So he's totally thrilled, was excited about the helmet. I video recorded him unboxing the helmet and getting excited to ride the motorcycle. One, it had been a little while since he had ridden the bike with me, even around the neighborhood. So he was excited just because he hadn't been on a motorcycle in a little while. But the fact that he has his very own helmet in his favorite colors, and he's totally stoked about the idea that in the afternoons, on work days or whatnot, when it's nice outside, I will go pick him up from school in the carpool lane on the motorcycle. So that's going to be, serious street creds with all his buddies, all his classmates, that he gets to get picked up from school on a motorcycle by his dad's motorcycle. He gets to ride the motorcycle home. So he'll be a little popular from that. So, yeah. What a cool dad I am, right? But so yeah, he got to ride to the school for open house to meet his teachers and all that fun stuff. And yeah, it was good. It was good. It was nice to see how happy that made him. It made me happy, of course. But yeah, you're saving up for an $800 knife sometime around October. What are you getting, Sharp Guy? Please tell us what this knife is. What knife are you looking at getting that's around $800? I want to know. I'm sure the rest of us want to know. $800. I might be donating a shit ton of blood in order to get that kind of money. Woo! That's steep. That's brutal. If y'all were in was it a week or so ago? Yeah, it was it was just this past Saturday, a week from tomorrow. Last Saturday in G-Ball's live that he did, I posed the question about these guys, these fun little paperweights, right? So, just wanting to get a low budgeted one, mostly for a photo with this guy. So when I do my video on the Mayhem tomorrow morning, when I record that and grab my cover image for the video post, I wanted I'm gonna play off of the whole Mayhem theme and yeah, just wait for the video. The intro for the video is gonna be fun. As well as just talking about the knife and the whole issue with the name of it. But yeah, so I got one. I ordered one, $20 shipped. Got here Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, so got that. I've never had one of these, never used one, never thought to use one. They can really do some nasty damage. So I mostly got it for a photo, but I figured, hell, it wouldn't hurt to have one anyways, right? And it's got enough weight to it. It works pretty good as a paperweight. Yeah, works pretty good as a paperweight. Sure they are. Yeah. If anything, in the mindset behind having one of these is not only can you do a good bit more damage to a threat, but it also makes a huge difference in protecting your joints in your hand from breaking. From if you grip your fist in the wrong way, or you hit a wall bare-fisted, you can do some serious damage to your joints in your hand, and this kind of helps prevent that. very much so. So, street fighting, this is a nice way to make sure that when you get somebody up against a wall and they move their head last minute, when you go to knock them out and you end up getting the wall instead, these would help put a dent in the wall without breaking your knuckles. So there's a number of reasons to have one of those instead of being bare fisted. But yeah, I mostly got it just for the photo, just for in the video, for the mayhem. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to have something like that. Makes for a good paperweight, in the least. But yeah, so the cool story of what happened at work today. If you saw on Instagram or on YouTube here with the photo used for the video. Let me pull it up. It's nothing special of a photo. It's just my bathroom area that got redone at my local Lowe's where I happen to work. They renovated the bathroom, which kind of sucked in a couple of ways. One, we lost a stall, and made the stalls just a little bit wider. Like you gained about 4 to 6 inches in the width of the stalls, but in turn lost a stall out of the deal. And the sinks are just a hair bit nicer. It's like very mild upgrade, very very mild upgrade. But apparently somebody goobered up the plumbing and there is a backflow. There's a clog somewhere in the plumbing. And so pretty positive either it had been today. Today was probably the first day. Had to have been the first day. I didn't work yesterday, so I don't know if they were still finishing up yesterday. It probably were. So today was the first day of having the new bathrooms, the renovated restrooms, opened to be able to use. And the store wasn't open for more than 4 hours, three and a half to 4 hours before one or two people in the men's room flushed the toilet. So a couple toilets got flushed almost back to back. And there's a small solo bathroom outside. So you have the men's and the women's there. And then out in front of the men's is a solo bathroom, a family bathroom, quote unquote. And there's somebody in there. There's a customer in there. So the two toilets in the men's room got flushed. And when this happened, because of clog or back pressure or something wrong with the drainage system, the poor customer in the single bathroom, I don't know if they were on the toilet at the time or if they were just washing their hands or they were about to leave the bathroom. I don't know exactly what they were doing in there at the point when it happened, but in the piping ended up squirting a whole bunch of nasty shit water, and just made it rain. In the solo bathroom. This poor customer got a big old poo shower. She got a full-blown poop water shower. Yeah, it was a really, really shitty bidet. It was like a bidet connected to a pressure washer. It was so bad. Like you heard this horrible, god-awful scream, and then she opened the door. It was like, like in tears, crying, weeping, and like so disgustedly. Whoa! I felt so bad for her, so bad. It's like trying not to laugh in front of her and having to laugh later. Um, so, so grabbed a manager, had the manager come over and help her deal with her. I don't know exactly how that went. I was asked to just go grab the mop. And do a little bit of mopping. So yeah, I don't know what kind of apology, whether it was monetary or what. I have no idea what the manager did for her. But like like if that had happened, I mean to anybody something like that happens to, what do you do? There's not a place there's not a shower. There's no place to rinse off. Hope even if you had a change of clothes, which I try to do. I actually just have to now need to swap out and update what's in the trunk of my car as far as my full change of clothes. I need to put things in there that fit me a little bit better, because the outfit that I've had in that car is probably 2.5 years old. Uh, like that outfit has been in there for that long, to where they would probably fit me a little too snug. So I need to update my emergency outfit that I keep in the car. But like even if you have a change of clothes in the car, then you you don't have a place to rinse off. You don't have a place to shower off at a retail store. Um, so you would still, I mean, you'd at least have the change of clothes to get into, right? And you could wipe yourself down. Um, I just the whole situation sucks because you're still having to get into your car, into your own personal vehicle, feeling nasty and having some amount of that nasty stuff on you. And now you're bringing it into your personal vehicle and having to go home. Like the whole situation just royally sucks. Royally sucks. Yeah, that is just, I mean, it's just terrible. Just terrible that that had to happen. It's just full. The whole bathroom, the whole inside of that smaller bathroom, just totally drenched, with poo water. So bad, so bad. Oh, nasty, so nasty. And now our break room smells like poo water and piss water, and the two bathrooms, like, and who knows when they're going to get to it. Probably not until either late tonight or tomorrow morning. Good thing I ain't working this weekend. I don't work on weekends, so I'm glad that hopefully there's no lawsuit. Hopefully, that's the last thing they need. Yeah, she got totally old faithful. Totally old faithful. Yep, definitely the shittiest day ever. Oh, I mean, y'all, we could go on forever with punish jokes with that, right? Yeah. So, oh, it's just disgusting to think about it. And I just like, and then people were still eating their lunch and stuff in our break room amongst that smell. And I was just like, y'all could go sit outside. You could go sit on one of the freaking lawnmowers that's out front. I'd have no problem doing that. You could go sit in your vehicle. I, on the bike, or you could go just sit anywhere other than inside that damn break room with that smell. But there are people just sitting in there, eating their snacks and their lunches and whatnot. And it's just, ugh, so gross, so nasty. And I'm sure as hell glad I wasn't in there when it happened. I don't use that bathroom, but I did have to mop up some of it, most of it, which was a little gross, but whatever. Part of the job, I guess. You occasionally got to be a janitor. And when it rains, it poops. uh, the kids wanted to have a ride on the motorcycle yesterday, just around the neighborhood, and so I took them after dinner. And because it was just in the neighborhood going slow, I didn't bother to put on a helmet or anything, and I got some dirt or something in this eye, in my right eye, and I woke up this morning and was hurting like hell. It didn't bother me last night, surprisingly, shockingly. I don't know how or why, but I wasn't bothered last night. It must have been sitting somewhere that wasn't putting a lot of pressure on my eyeball. But yeah, this morning I woke up and I was in pain. And it's been bothering me all day. I think I got it out, but I think it, rubbed against scratched my eyeball enough that it's caused me irritation all damn day. All damn day. So I'll probably end up being a fool and doing it once or twice again, but I really should put on a helmet or some sunglasses or something when I ride those kids around the neighborhood, so I don't get shit in my eye. Yeah, I did that. I pulled out, but the wife can testify to this. Mrs. Urban can tell y'all. I don't do stuff in my eyes. If you remember a year or so ago, when Beast Blades was doing his Friday lives, and I would go into the chat before, there was, back when there was 80 to 120 people in the chat and not 300 people in the chat, and the chat wasn't flying by too fast to be able to even read anything that anybody says anymore. That's why you almost never find me over in his lives when he's got so many people in the chat, and the chat's going by so quick. But he used to always, and well, he still does occasionally, put eye drops in his eyes for his contacts. I can't stand. I'm a total baby, a complete baby, really pathetic when it comes to anything going in or near my eyeballs. It bothers me too much. Like, it's, people who can't stand the scratching, the screeching noise of nails on a chalkboard. I'm that times two. When it comes to stuff being in my eyes or anybody going anywhere near my eyeballs, I can't do it. It's too painful, too stressful, and I'm too uneased about it. So like the handfuls of times in my life that I've gotten something awful stuck in my eye and not been able to get it out, flush it out on my own, and struggle with that on my own, and needed to have somebody help me put some eye drops in my eyes or whatever. It usually took at least two people to pin me down to help me keep my urge from being no, So yeah, I'm a total pansy when it comes to that. A total baby. I just can't stand it. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I was late to work this morning, just because I was dealing with that. But yeah. So yes, metal shavings are the worst. I've had that once. Actually, the last time and it took me almost 3 hours to get the couple pieces out. Yeah. Yeah, metal shavings are the absolute worst. One, because they can do the most damage the fastest, the easiest. And two, they're just the amount of pain. Um, I don't want to know that, Crispy. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. That's terrible. Drilled out your. Oh no. Yeah, I could never do eye surgery. There's no way in hell I could, because they couldn't knock me out for it. One, because my whole body not accepting those kind of drugs and stuff, but two, be just because I just no, could never. I don't think I could ever do that. Like, oh. mm. It was emotional damage. Um. Oh, so you're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff at work too, honey. I'm sorry. Hangry and frustrated. Yep. Everybody's hurting. Never played that game, Pretty Fly. Never played that game. Could never do it. Could never do it. So, oh, I forgot to. So I last week's giveaways went to Joe. Yeah, blinker fluid, right? So, Joe, did you get your package yet? I didn't even look as far as um Instagram. Because I messaged you your tracking info. So I don't know if you got your stuff yet. But I sent both of the giveaway packages out, the knife and then the other one to Brand New American. And I know him and Dopey pretty much got the answer right almost at the same time. But I went ahead and sent the extra goodies to Brand New. Because Dopey, I'm sending you a fun little housewarming gift package here sometime early next week. So you're getting your package anyways. You're getting some goodies too. So y'all both pretty much won on that one. But I already intended to do something for you. Where's my message? There it is. Why am I having a hard time? I've been talking to Sharif, messaging back and forth on Instagram with Sharif over his one of his next knife designs. He's asked me for a little bit of input on a couple particular things, so I'm excited. That's this one that he's asking me questions about. Is going to be a sweet knife. Definitely one that I'm gonna get. His first one under his brand is not so much my cup of tea, but these next two or three that he's got in the workings, they're much more my speed, and I would definitely be getting one. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm happy for him. He's such a cool dude, and I love his video that he did on the custom knife that he got that has the ratcheting opening mechanism that makes me so giddy. I don't know why. I couldn't even tell you why. It doesn't make any sense to me because I'm not even a mechanic. So, but I love the idea of that mechanism and the clickety click click clicks that it makes when you open it. It's just so cool, and to have that on a folding knife is something else. I love it. I love that knife. So yeah, if y'all any of y'all haven't seen that video that Sharif has out, you should go check it out. Um, it's a cool knife, and how he talked about what that knife means to him and the relationship that he now has with the owner or the maker of the knife. Um, is really cool. It's a really cool story that he tells about it. Oh, so Joe, you're not supposed to get your package till tomorrow, it says. Yeah. Yeah. I just saw that. I don't know if Brand New got his yet. I think he gets his tomorrow as well. Did you tell us what $800 knife you're getting? Hmm? Did you spit that out in the chat? Did you give that up? Or are you not going to tell us? I want to know what this $800 knife is. Sharp guy. Come on. Did you say it? I don't see it. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there it is. The edgy BW tipper. Ooh. Y'all want to take a look at that? You want me to pull that up? Yeah, that's let's Skippy. That's the one that said Stevie has. Yeah, so let's share that. Yeah, that is a sick knife. I personally can't swallow the 800. I understand where the $800 price tag is coming from, but oops, I shared the wrong thing. Why am I having such a hard time doing that today? There you go. So yeah, there's the Edgy Blade Works tipper, and that's a very very unique knife. Um, and like I said, I get where the $800 is coming from. He's making it himself. Um, really nice steel, beautiful. I mean, it's so thin behind the edge with how tall of a grind that flat grind that is. The handle design is insanely comfortable. Has a little, the scales are just slightly contoured, just very slightly, and the quality, the way he's layering and compressing the ratios he's got on his handle materials is freaking. I mean, it's unlike any production modeled handle, or even aftermarket handles, scales. just I don't know what his ratio is or how his process is for it, but his handles are unbelievable. They've got that like that little bit of a grippy texture to it, but yet just how compacted the layering is of the material. It is something different. It is something different for sure. Totally unbelievably good. So yeah, I see where the $800 is coming in, because he's every single one that he makes, he spends quite a bit of time getting it as perfect as possible. Yeah. So if you haven't watched this video right here, from said Stevie, on the tipper, ooh, it's a sweet knife. It's a sweet knife. For most of us, I think the blade shape has to grow on you a little bit, but once it does, you fall in love with it. Um, Stevie can say so much more because he owns one. But yeah, yeah, that's a really good knife. I couldn't spend $800 on it, at least not anytime soon in my life. But yeah, that's one hell of a knife. One hell of a good knife. So then the wife would not let me spend $800 on a knife. Oh, that's crazy. Yep, my poor little eye. Yeah, I'm sitting in a gaming chair. Don't get me started on this chair. I hate this damn chair. Would you quit banging against the door? Go on. Get in here, dog. My dog does that. When he wants in the bedroom, I got the bedroom door closed so that you don't hear the kids being noisy. And so he is right over here and on his bed in front of my dresser. And when I close the door and he wants to go lay on his bed, he wants to be in the room with me, freaking throws his body up and bangs his body up against the door so the door hits the lock hole and just bangs the door. It's really annoying. But yeah. Oh, I'm so glad it's Friday. Are y'all glad it's Friday? Who else is off this weekend? Who doesn't work this weekend? I don't know if the wife even works this weekend. Mrs. Urban, do you work this weekend? Are you working Saturday or Sunday? Or can we do something together as a family one of these days that you're off? I do have my buddy Cliff that plays bass guitar in a couple of different bands. He is playing in a couple of places this weekend. He's playing tonight down at a small local bar and grill in downtown Brunswick. So we might, depending on when the wife gets off, she and I might take the bike down there, listen to a couple of songs, and have a drink or something. And then Sunday he plays at another place that I like to go to on St. Simon's Island. But I don't know, depending on if the wife works Sunday. Okay, yeah. So you're off Sunday, so we could go down there too. We could go to that. That's at Nat's Landing where he plays. I forget what band he's doing with. But I like Nat's Landing. I like going down there. It's got more outside seating, yeah. I just like Nat's Landing. It's a cooler place. Have to repeat what? Didn't hear what? Clean out your ears, woman. Oh, tonight. He's playing down at Tipsy's tonight with Side Tone is the band. So I don't know. It depends on when you get off work. I think they're well. They might be playing till I don't know if they're playing till 10 or 11. I think 11. So you'll be off of work by 9, hopefully. Anyways, that's personal stuff. Y'all don't want to listen to us figuring that out. And are there any new knives here? Let me pull up. Let's share some opinions on the. So I think I'm gonna hold off on the truffles as much as I want one because I love the way he did the lock mechanism and it's a great knife, great design. I think I'm gonna hold out. I'm just not so sure about the whole Kickstarter thing, and I need to save the money for the EMP EDC Pulse OTF because I really, really want that one. I gotta have that one. Like that OTF, that will be an absolute 100% every day. If I'm going on the motorcycle that day, that OTF is going to be in my pocket. That will be my secondary carry along with whatever else I carry. But let's go to White Mountain Knives. I have some thoughts and opinions on some of their new stuff that is coming or dropped on White Mountain Knives, and I'm curious to what y'all think. Share screen again. Boop 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 boop. Newest items on White Mountain Knives. So let me go just a little bit bigger so y'all can see it a little bit better. So, case Sodbuster, who cares? No, I like the Sodbuster blade shape. But look at this guy. How do you say that? QSP Greb or Grebe? How would you say that name? Again, another 14C 28N knife that's under $90. You know, with a 3-inch blade, 4 1/4-inch handle. I know that looks like just a flat grind, not hollow ground. Yeah, solid knife. Just another inexpensive offering from QSP with button lock with that 14C 28N blade. So again, nothing special. Here they got a hedgehog. Anybody want to experience a hedgehog? QSP does really good job on those slip joints. And at that price, again, 14C steel, that's a good one. Black micarta. So if you don't need, a real colorful handle material, the black micarta gives you that grippy texture, especially with the filing that they do on the handle to give that extra chunk of texture. This is a good solid slip joint. Nice Warncliffe style cleavers type blade shape with a long nail nick, so it's easy to open. Good walk and talk on it for less than $55. Yeah, around $55 with the 10%. Whomever you use your 10% for. But here they got the dressed up options where you jump up to S35 VN blade steel. They won't be dropping till 8/10. So what's that? Next Friday, right? Or Thursday? Next Thursday. Again, just the design is. I mean, just nothing that says really cool to me, or unique, or yeah, just kind of a typical clip point blade, normal, decent ergonomic handle shape, nothing special. These guys are kind of weird, and that's a very from the photos, it looks like that button lock really sticks out pretty pretty high. That's a very stout button lock button. So I would be concerned in too tight of a grip when you choke up close to the blade, that you would possibly probably squeeze that. The lines here are pretty cool. You see the two grooves that are milled out in the micarta there. That's an interesting way to provide on a flat scale some amount of texture for maybe a slightly better grip. But hey, somebody explain to me what's up with this cordage. Like, this looks like somebody grabbed that from a clown, or like what is up with that lanyard, doodad? The color of that cordage just does not fit that the overall picture of that knife. Like, that cordage is just so out of place with the color scheme of it. Am I wrong? And it's 10 CR 15 COMOV. I've never messed with that steel. That's a really interesting steel, and I'm really curious. Well, let's see. What do they say? 59 to 61 on the HRC. So it's supposedly a pretty high on this on the on the HRC scale for being one of your MOVs. That's an interesting steel. I'm guessing, just making a wild guess, that it's probably something similar in its composition to what D2 is. Maybe, perhaps. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know better. I don't know that steel. But yeah, that button lock seems to sit very proud, really high. Just from the photo. I mean, so I wouldn't know. Nobody. I'm not popular enough for companies to send stuff out to me to review and look over on a regular basis. The PMP Kodiak Beast with the speed holes in the blade. What is up with that? I don't like the idea of all those cutouts in the blade. And how thick that blade stock probably is. I'm guessing that it is not very thin behind the edge with how short of a grind. Yeah, blade thickness is 0.196. So that's way thick and giving you a very steep grind. So that's not going to be a slicey blade at all. That is quite a wedge driving, batoning folder. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like it. Nope. Hard pass. Hard passed. Next. There's an XL beg lighter. There's more of that that QSP Grabe or Greeby or however, but with the Tonto blade. So if Tonto blade's more your speed than that drop point or clip point. Yeah, it was a clip point. There you go. What the hell is this wild animal? That is one heck of a strange fixed blade with a naked handle. What do y'all think of that one? CPM 3V for the blade steel. $200 for that. What's the blade length? It's 0.24 inches thick blade, so it's just shy of a 1/4 inch thick blade. That's a thick blade. 3.35 for your blade length. Total length is still only a little over 7.5. Kydex sheath with tech lock. Weight by itself is 4.6 ounces. So yeah, it's a little chunky thing. What does it say? Thunrar backup. That's what they named it. Thunrar. What is Thunrar? That's a strange name. Oh well. Anyways. Yeah. Has anybody gotten the Cold Steel Engage or one of the other Cold Steels that have that different lock mechanism that is in some ways mildly reminiscent of your shark lock? Has anybody had experience with one of those yet? I never bothered to go to the Cold Steel table and at Blade Show and handle one of those. I just didn't. Oh, there's brand new. Hey, how you doing, bud? Did you get your package yet? Yeah, so there's Todd spitting that out. So I'm guessing that 15 CR, again, with it being hardened between 59 and 61, that it's leaning more towards similar properties as D2. It's going to be tougher, possibly a little bit more brittle on thinner tips, but whatever. It looks like an interesting steel. I did not know that. Eye drops with bacteria were causing a few deaths not too long ago. Huh. Did not know that. Did you get my goodie package yet? Brand new? Probably not. You probably not won't get it till tomorrow or next week. Yeah, so you're scheduled to get yours tomorrow too. Y'all are pretty. I didn't look up, but just glancing at your addresses when I went and gave it to the guy at the mail store, at the package store. Y'all aren't. You two aren't too far away from each other, are y'all? Brand new and Joe. I would imagine that y'all are probably within 3 or 4 hours of each other. But yeah. All right, let's go back to here. I'm kind of done with White Mountain knives. The next one that I wanted to look at stuff is Blade HQ. As much as I don't want to buy anything from them, sorry, but I just am not thrilled with Blade HQ anymore these days. It's sad. It's sad what's become of Blade HQ. Maybe we should have a moment of silence for them. Should we? Should we have a moment of silence for the decline of Blade HQ? Maybe. All right. Hey, there's the best techman Ronin. What do y'all think of that one? That looked pretty promising. It's got that 14C28N, $50. That ain't too bad. Ain't too shabby. It has a nice profile closed too. It's got a folded pocket clip. Interesting. Decent amount of belly on the blade. Jimping on the top. I don't know. I kind of like it. That might be a good one. But what was the knife that they had on here that I was interested in? Aha. What does that look reminiscent of to y'all? What does that have some vibes from? It's a front flipper and a thumb stud, but the thumb stud is only one side. I don't know what hardware that is. What does that hardware give you? Just extra pivot screws and stop pin, I'm guessing, and your detent for your frame lock part of it. Yeah. And you got a milled deep carry pocket clip. I like that groove that they put on the top of the pocket clip. Just kind of gives it an extra milling aesthetic that's kind of nice and some makes good for good pictures. It's less of a plain Jane pocket clip. I bet that front flipper works pretty well. But yeah, that's gonna. I don't know how I feel about this groove right here in the middle, though. Right in the middle of the handle. I mean, that's what's on how they did the pocket clip, but why did they bother to put that one little bit right there in the middle? Why didn't they go do more length with it? I would say either don't do this or do it for 30, or not 30, like 70% of the length of the handle. Between the two carbon fiber bits, inserts. But it's gonna have it's got ZDP 189 steel on there for the blade. 3.5 cutting blade, 3.75 blade length. So it's not a little guy, it's a big guy. What's the hardness on that steel? I'm not familiar with that steel either. There's been a couple knives that have had it on it that I almost picked up and then just went with something else at the time. I don't know what ZDP 189 is typically hardened to. And of course, Blade HQ don't want to give you that solid information that many of us like to know. Here's some dirt cheap dagger knives. So if anybody kind of like the idea of owning a dagger, they're washered pivots. They're just not smooth, and they take forever to break in from what I've heard. So I kind of lean away from dagger knives because of that, mostly because of that. And some people have told me that the thumb hole cutout, that those two little bits there are kind of sharp and not comfortable. So I don't know. Again, that's just what I've heard from some people. I don't own one. Haven't desired to buy one. Oh, here's the one. Here's what I'm interested in: the Tuckamore, and I'd be leaning towards the micarta. This guy. That's my blade shape. That's the blade shape that I like. I like the way the thumb hole is cut out like that. And that's neat how the logo is kind of just put right there inside of the milled out part of that thumb hole cutout. What's great about this is that, again, thumb flipping is all day long, but because it's got that extra bit that's milled down but not punched all the way through, that's going to allow you to really get that extra lower purchase for underfinger flicking for their spidey flicks. And I like how that logo sits right there, nice and small, and it's protected from when you sharpen and cut through, eat through material. It's not going to scrape up and damage the look of that logo because that logo is recessed in that spot on the blade. So I very much like that blade, and look how far that jimping goes out. So yeah, and the handle shape is very nice. Looks like solid ergos, and the pocket clip is a milled pocket clip. So I'm hoping that White Mountain Knives will get some of these in, and I can get 10% off on it. Because I like that one. And it's got 20 CV steel on it, too. It's got that sheep's foot blade shape that I very, very much like. And as for saying it's a sheep's foot, that is awfully straight. I don't see any amount of belly, any curve on that edge. That looks like a very straight edge to me. And straight edge says more Wharncliffe than sheep's foot. So yeah, here we go. So it says Wharncliffe M390 blade in a satin finish, but yet when you look over here on the specifications, it says CPM 20 CV and sheep's foot. So which is it? Come on, Blade HQ, get your crap together. Whoever's putting the information up on the page, on the website, gotta get it straight. But yeah, so this one's on my list. The Concept Tuckamore. I'm pretty positive that's how you say that one. 3.5-inch blade. 8-inch, 8.05 overall. Which is the numbers that Blade HQ has. So, yeah. But that guy I'm very much interested in. So I'm hoping that White Mountain Knives gets one of those in so I can get 10% off and pick me up one of those. Here's the Beyond EDC Thwack. That's one heck of a guy. I wish he was bigger, though. They need to make an XL. Because the blade is only 2.875. It's basically just shy of a 3-inch blade. And that profile, that design, screams to me that it needs to be bigger. It needs to be a 3.5 to 4-inch blade. It just that knife just needs to be bigger. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I think that should be a much bigger knife. Much bigger knife. MBK has hard Rockwell. Yeah, there you go. So 65 to 67. That's some seriously tough stuff. Very seriously tough stuff. What's up, ATK? Taking a walk in the woods? Yeah, so I would love to get the Tuckamore at 10% off. Cause I'm a cheapskate. Here's the mini Dundees. So yeah, if the Dundees felt like you didn't want it to be your main knife and you'd rather have it be like a fifth pocket knife and a little bit smaller, there you go. There's the mini 2.92-inch blade. So if you D2 for right just a hair over $40. That's the one, the knife I wanted to show off and talk about. That's on Blade HQ was the Tuckamore concept, however you prefer to say it. Yeah, there's the Fenrir. Again, if they did that handle with a Wharncliffe or sheep's foot blade, I'd be all over it. I don't. It's not that I don't like that blade shape and I don't like a pointy tip from time to time. It's just not it's just not what I want these days. That harpoon blade, it's wicked cool, but it's just not personally what I'm looking for right now. I like the blade shape on the Tuckamore. Much better blade shape. For me, for my taste. So, and it's interesting how our taste, our desires in knives change. You know, the dagger rhino. I mean, look at that blade shape. I mean, my thing is what the heck is going on here with the jimping on the spine? Like, is that going to be comfortable? And then look how cheap those scales look. I mean, the millings on it with their design is cool. And look at their pocket clip, the skull face with the dropped jaw. That's kind of neat. That's pretty cool. I don't care for glass breakers on the backs of folders. I really don't. I mean, I don't care for glass breakers. Period. I've absolutely never needed to. I've never needed to break glass anywhere at any time. So, and I've actually done it by accident at my high school when I was in high school. You know, the glass windows in the outside doors of schools that have the wire mesh embedded in the middle of it, so that if it does get broken, the glass doesn't go everywhere and possibly hurt people. That it all stays together and kind of, for the most part, stays in place. Oh yeah, you got Beard of Dooms for writing your little story. Yeah, I remember that. That was good. That was fun. Everybody enjoyed doing that. I didn't get in on it. I was really busy at the time, and it felt like I've met up with Doom twice to exchange I can't fucking talk. Exchange goodies. So I don't like being the winner of his stuff all the time. I'd rather just spend time with him because he's such a cool guy to spend. I really, really need to meet up with him again. He and I have not seen each other since Blade Show. He and Dopey went into a concert together, so that kind of made me a little jealous that their bromance is bigger than mine. No, but he and I need to hang out again sooner than later. It just sucks right now. Our weather down here in at the bottom end of Georgia and Florida, the northern half of Florida, it's just all these nasty thunderstorms, god awful thunderstorms, and nobody wants to ride in that shit. But yeah, come to Blade Show. Come to Blade Show. You'll meet so many good people at Blade Show. Yeah, that the way that they do the jimping on the spine on that sucker is I'm not so sure about that. But alrighty, it's a little after 5. Yeah, so we've killed enough time today. we need a millionaire to fund a meetup. I'm out of my iced coffee. My iced coffee / ice cream slushy mix thing that I like to make in the blender. I'm out of that. I made just yesterday, last night, I made a pina colada for the missus. Miss Urban got treated to a pina colada last night. She enjoyed that. Well, I snuck some sips here and there, so we shared it. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever made her one before. But it was pretty good. It took me a little bit of figuring out the right consistency, the right amounts of each ingredient to get it just right. But I did. I got it. Made it pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So yeah, this guy, and why the heck it got renamed, and the mystery behind that. What a mystery it is. It's still such a sweet knife, and I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I'm doing a video. If you weren't here at the beginning, doing a video on this guy, and if you weren't here at the beginning when I did when I told the story about what happened at work and how we had a customer get an Old Faithful shit poop water shower, then go back and watch the earlier part of today's live so you can get that story, because that was freaking hilarious. That was freaking hilarious. So yeah, y'all have a good Friday. The rest of your Friday, I'll see you in the chats and stuff. I'll probably drop in for a little bit on the live tomorrow, G-Balls live tomorrow, and of course Tri-State on Sunday. And look for my video tomorrow afternoon, evening on the Mayhem, or the Not the Mayhem. Whatever I can't grasp. I can't get on board with the new name for it because it's just stupid. It's just stupid what they came up for the new name. And that whole issue irritates me a little bit. But look for that video, and I'm also going to post up the little video clip of Suburban and unboxing his helmet and his excitement for the fact that he gets to be picked up from elementary school on the motorcycle. So that's he and I are both gonna enjoy that a lot. that's exciting. It's exciting for me and for him. So yeah, he was totally stoked. And now he wants to ride on the motorcycle every day again. Every day he wants to ride on the motorcycle because he's got his own helmet, a brand new motorcycle helmet that's just for him because it only fits his little head. So, yeah. So I will post that video probably either tomorrow evening or maybe Sunday. I gotta get him over to the school and do a little photo shoot. And then I'll put that with the video clip. So yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to the mayhem video, and I'll see y'all in the chats over the weekend. Y'all have a good weekend. Later, peace out. Love you. Be safe. Have a good time. And happy thank you, dude. It's over. I'm finished. I got shit to do. You're too late. You're too late, man. Go back and watch it because you missed a really funny story and some a little bit of talk about some cool knives. And yeah, so you're gonna have to go back and watch later. Happy. I'm sorry, but you got here just a little too late. So please, when you can, watch the rest of the live and enjoy the laugh from that story because it's a good story. Pretty funny, pretty disgusting, but pretty funny. So yep, peace out. Love you guys. See you later. Bye. I'm ending the broadcast. Toodaloos. Oh.